Sunday, NFL Week 2. Let's get after it. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett, a.k.a. Cash Keg, back with an NFL PrizePicks video. I got 3 plays for you here. If you follow the Thursday night video, we swept 3-0 on that video. Hopefully, we can keep the mojo going here. Had another great college football day. Hit another 25X. That's the 4th one I've hit in college football over the last 3 weeks. Gave out a 5-man in the Discord today. We just fell short, and I'm getting 2X on that one, but it hit a bunch of 2 and 3-mans that I gave out as well. So if you want access to any of that stuff, you can sign up with dailyedgesports.com and check out everything we have to offer. If you don't have that PrizePicks account, want to join us, use that promo code CashK and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. Let's talk some football. All right, PrizePicks desktop is up here. Again, I got 3 plays we're going to talk about here. Here's some screenshots we had last night. Here was the 25X that I was able to hit that game in Colorado, if you were able to stay up and watch it. I haven't went to bed yet. It is about 4:15 in the morning on the East Coast, and that game was unbelievable. Double overtime game for Colorado, and it really helped hit this one because Weaver didn't get there until that double overtime, same with Sanders. But yeah, this is the one I gave out inside of our Discord. We almost hit it. Just missed on Kim. Michigan State just looked absolutely horrendous. I know they had an intern coach, but man, they looked bad. And then I gave this one out inside Discord as well, an Underdog. So this one hit as well. So overall, great day. Let's hope we can follow it up here with some NFL. And we're just going to dive into it and talk about 3 plays that we do like here. Yeah, let's just dive right into it. First one we're going to go here. Now, you could go back and forth. You think this is a fluke or not? Because if you watch week 1, you'd almost think you saw Cooper Kupp out there. It was unbelievable. But Puka Nacua, I'm okay with, honestly, all 3 of these things. And he's got a tougher matchup. I get it. He's going up against the San Francisco Giants, but they should be throwing the ball a ton here. And these are just too low, both of them. I think receptions is the way I would go first. He had 14 targets. Now, he had the same routes-wise, ran the same number of routes as Tutu Atwell and Van Jefferson. They all 3 of them ran 35 routes last week. But 14 targets, caught 10 balls. Tutu Atwell had 8 targets, caught 6 balls. And Van Jefferson, he's more of a deep threat, caught 4 on his 5 targets. And then Higbee, 3 for 3, had 3 targets, caught 3 balls. But yeah, real shocking there. Again, they should be playing from behind. 4 feels a little too light to me here. If you want to go yards, I have no problem going there either. Like I said, I think you can go either one of these. But I think for the sake of this video, we'll put 4 on this one. Next one we're going to look at here, a guy that I talked about. I was super heavy on week 1. If you check out any of the DFS stuff I did, he was a core play for me. And that is Calvin Ridley. I mean, he's been off football for so long. Don't mind going right to him. In this matchup, going up against KC, it should be a great game. The game, I think, has got a 51 total, so it's one of the higher ones on the slate. Might be the highest on the slate. And he came right in, and you kind of saw it a little bit in preseason, but he came right in and took that role. I mean, 11 targets, caught 8 balls, 101 yards with a touchdown. Led the team in routes of 34, had 5 of them from the slot. And I think it's just, again, KC, they're going to be really upset that they lost against Detroit at home. They get Travis Kelce back, so that should help their offense a bunch. This could be a back and forth, and I don't mind taking a shot at going back at Calvin Ridley here. And I'm perfectly fine if you want to take reception targets or yards. I think I'm going to lean yards here on this one, but again, I kind of like to mix and match some of these depending on what I'm doing here. But I think it's it's a matchup against KC. They're going to have to score some points. And there's definitely a connection there. And when you see him, I mean, Christian Kirk was the man in this offense last year, and that man got 2 targets, 1 reception. Now it's going to change. He's going to get some more targets. Don't get me wrong, but Ridley is definitely the alpha on this team. And it wouldn't shock me if he goes off again. And I do like taking a little shot at Ridley here. More than 72.5 reception yards, where I think, they could be playing from behind if KC does come out and Kelsey looks his normal self. If you haven't checked out my Twitter account, I reposted someone had, I think it was Friday, Kelsey came out and acted like his knee was hurting and started twerking. I just thought it was pretty funny, but we'll take Ridley on this one. And then the last one we're going to talk about here, the one that I do like, is probably my favorite play out of the 3. If you're just looking for one, Luke Musgrave. Now, they absolutely demolished my Chicago Bears last week. They look horrible. Again, I ain't going to go into this over and over and over, but a lot of things. I liked Luke before we had the news. Now, and we have some news already that's dropped, which just makes me love him even more. We're not going to have Christian Watson. He's not going to play, his hamstring issue. And Aaron Jones is not expected to play either. So that opens up even more targets. Now, if we look at Musgrave, he ran more targets than anybody on the field, which is kind of crazy. He ran 24 routes. He ran 24 routes last week. Reed and Dobbs only ran 20. So he's out on the field a ton. This number should have been even more massive. He had 4 targets, caught the ball 3 times for 50 yards. I liked over 32.5 here. He could have had a massive touchdown too. Like they threw the ball and he was kind of backpedaling and kind of fell down, just kind of laughing about it a little bit. So I think this is only going to increase with Aaron Jones not expected to play, and again, not having Watson out there. It should just open up more spots for Musgrave here, and going up against Atlanta. I do kind of like it here. I like this matchup. I think you can go fantasy score or receiving yards. I think I'll choose receiving yards on this one, but I think you can go either or of them. And those are the 3 I like. Like I said, I think Musgrave is my favorite. I think if I had to rank them, it's probably Musgrave, Puka, and then Calvin if I had to rate them. And just because Calvin's yards are a little high, but again, I think he puts up another 100 spot in this situation. But those are the 3 guys I'm looking at. Hopefully we continue the grind here. And you said, coming off a massive college football day, and hopefully we continue to keep this train going. So with that, appreciate you guys. If you want access to any of the picks or slips I'm going to put out, again, everything will be in our Daily Edge Sports Premium Discord, which you can get with the link in the description below. And like always, have a fantastic Sunday. Let's win some money in some NFL. Deuces.